G'day everyone, Granitor here again with another Rome 2 replay. This time it's the Heir of Carthage stream. I was lucky enough to jump into game with my partner in this battle, Bobi, 2WR Bobi, and we're against, like I said, Heir of Carthage and Blademaster. And we have the Seleucids, and they chose the Bactrians. We kind of set it up that way. So let's quickly go over the builds. A couple of Macedon cav on my left flank, Thrace spear, 3 Persian hoplites with upgrades. My middle line is the 6 thorax swordsmen with the shield bearer for a good morale boost for them. Then I've got the eastern slingers, 3 of them, and Hellenic cataphract general. And for Bobi, has the Persian hoplites out the front for the meat shield. And then Persian light archers, he's got 2 of them. 4 of them, sorry. And out the back he's got the Royal Peltast, 4 of them. One of them is his gen. Got 2 Macedon cav, and then he's got the skirmish cav. And the same on this side, 2 Macedon skirmish cav, and a hillman there. And for Blademaster and Heir of Carthage, on their right flank they have the Bactrian horse archer, then a Scythian horse archer, a couple of thorax sword, Bactrian royal guard, Bactrian peltast, and 2 noble horse, Bactrian noble horse. The centre line, the front, he's got the pikemen, all along the front. Then they've got the Persian light archers, then they've got 4 eastern slingers, and then another Persian light archer, a couple of thorax, and their generals are Bactrian royal guard and Bactrian royal cav. And then the elephant, and on the left flank Bactrian royal cav guard again, then 2 thorax, same with the horse archers, Scythians, then Bactrians, then 2 Bactrian nobles, and then a Bactrian peltast. Right, we'll hit play. Now I'm just trying to jostle out the left here to try and get a good position to attack on the left. Spread out my line a fair way, and I see that I have a fairly long line, so I can hold off this middle engagement and try and let Bobi do a hard flank attack on the right. These are Royal Peltast, 4 of them, are going to be vital in this battle. Very tough unit. Plus they've got the javelins, which devastate an enemy if they can get some clear shots off. So Heir of Carthage is bringing these thorax, Bactrian royal guard, and the 2 horse archers out to his right flank there, my left. I've got the Macedon cav and my general out here. My Persian hoplites, I've got an upgrade on them so they can hold it a little bit longer. This Thrace spear, so this Thrace spear can get the good shots off once I do lock up the line. I'm just going to keep them back and use them to get some good shots off on the flank, if possible. But I am going to bring out one of these thorax to kind of spread my middle line out, so I've got a thorax to hold off the Bactrian royal guard, just for a little bit more strength out there. Now you can see Bobi's going to be able to overwhelm this flank here. There's not much on their left flank that can hold him off. So this tactic I like to call the tank and flank. So I'll be the tank and take all the losses, while Bobi flanks here and pushes hard on the right flank and overwhelms them. So if I can hold off long enough, that gives Bobi a chance to just sweep through from the right flank and help me out a bit. So at the start of the engagement, just jostling for position. I do outnumber him here, but like I said, I'm going to try and use this Thrace spear to lag out the back and get some shots off. Bring my general, the Hellenic cataphract. I've got a little plan for him. I'm going to use him to try and hit one of these thorax swords first up. Getting a few softening shots off here with the Eastern Slinger onto the thorax swords. Do a fake charge in here just to try and draw a javelin shot and get some off on my own, the Thrace, which are going to be good. Try and get a few softening shots off there. So I'm trying to fake him out here, bring the Medines in and push back the skirmish. Now these Thrace spears are going to get hit by the noble cav. I didn't want that to happen. I was trying to get this Medines in, but I do get this cataphract into the thorax swords, knock them all down and go straight through. They are knocked down, so that's not a pull through at all. In the actual stream it was a bit laggy, so it looked like I sat there for a little longer, but I knocked them all down and come straight through the back. I do have this noble horse onto my cataphracts. I'm going to try and pull my cataphracts out of that engagement. Now I've got my Thrace in a good spot where I can get some flanking shots off, preferably on the Bactrian Royal Guard cav there. I'm trying to get my general out as quick as possible with minimal losses. Got the Medines out after the first charge. Got a lot of troops in here. I want to try and sort them out, bring some back out and get better engagements. So I do get my general out. He got a lot of kills there, 32. Didn't lose too many. And softened this thorax sword up real well. So I'm trying to bring this Medine out to cover the flank again. Keep these Thrace safe so they can just get some good shots off, which they're doing onto his general. Exactly the target I wanted. But he doesn't leave that there long enough. So I will lock up this Bactrian noble horse and then target that with my Thrace instead. So Bobi's out here on the flank. Exactly what I said. You can see that line's locked up by my troops. And Bobi's got a clear advantage out here where he can use these Royal Peltasts to their full extent. And that's exactly what he's doing here with the thorax. So Bobi's a good player and he realised exactly what's going on and using these Royal Peltasts to devastating effect on the flank here. So he's got time, but you see Blademaster and Heir of Carthage realise this and try to take out this holding force I've got in the middle quickly with the elephants. I see that, quickly get my Hellenic Cataphract General out and have a plan to try and get this elephant. So I pull back my thorax as quick as possible so they don't get hit by a clean charge by the Indian War Elephants, while this skirmish cav's getting some good shots off on them. So here comes my cataphracts to lock up the Indian War Elephants, because I don't know if many people know this, but the cataphracts will hold up an elephant and start killing them. So they're trying to get in the back of the shield bearers, so I quickly get my cataphracts in for a charge. I'm whacking the pike phalanx, hoplite wall for the shield bearers, and hit the elephant with trample. And then also train my slingers onto the elephant as well. Just left flank's looking okay for me, not too bad at all. I've got the engagements I want. Try and get in the back of this Levy pikeman before he forms up, which is exactly what I do with my thorax. Got to quickly get into them before they form up, but you can see they're starting to derp out anyway and point their pikes the wrong way, which pikes do quite often. Now Bobi's out there on the flank doing devastating damage with the Royal Peltast. Now he's going to go in once they've used their javelins. And you see over here I've got the Indian War Elephant absolutely annihilated, and I didn't lose too many troops at all. Hellenic Cataphracts are great to lock up elephants. Preferably not use your general as a Hellenic Cataphract, but I had to in this circumstance to save my shield bearers. So the enemy general, the Bactrian Royal Cav, is getting ripped apart now. 27 left. Levy pikemen got smashed by them thorax swords. Now I'm just going to train my Eastern Slingers onto the Bactrian Royal Cav and get my general in there as well to finish him off. And here comes Bobi with the devastating attack on the flank. with the Royal Peltast once they've done all their javelins, which is smart by him. Got rid of the javelins first because they are powerful, and softened them up, then come in for the charge. And you can see the Royal Peltast have very hardy stats when it comes to engagements in close combat as well. Absolutely annihilating the thorax. At this stage, looks like we've done well in the battle. So this skirmisher cav here, well, Bactrian horse archer, is trying to get my general. I'm just getting some shots off and screening this force with my general. And meanwhile, the Royal Peltast absolutely chewed on the thorax swords and ripped them apart there. So the old tank and flank worked. Bobi's got a lot of men left on the flank here, and he's starting to sweep through now and do the rest of the damage. So this horse archer's trying to get some good shots off my general. Meanwhile, I'm getting some good slinger shots off on it. But it will charge the slinger if it gets the possibility, if it gets a chance to. So I'm going to screen it off with my general again. So the general comes in, derping around there, going sideways instead of forward. So they've still got a few troops left, but Bobi's flank here is overwhelming. They're trying to form up again with the pikes out the front to protect the rest of what they got. Bactrian Royal Guard and a couple of Eastern Slingers. But the Royal Peltast are coming in for the kill. Them hillmen over here are going to do some damage as well with their javelins, if they got any left. Oh, the Royal Peltast still have a few. See exactly what they do to the enemy. The Royal Peltast javelins. They devastate them. So he saved a few Peltast shots for late game there. A couple of them bouncing off, but a few of them getting in some good kills. Some vital kills. So Macedon Cav still running around the back for Bobi, doing some good damage. Brings in his Royal Peltast General onto these Bactrian Royal Guards. And like I said, they're great in melee attack as well as javelins. Some close-up shots, and you can see just how good they are. Still fresh, whereas Bactrians are winded, so they'll do even better in this late game scenario. So the Royal Peltast General, he's got 105 kills with not many losses. And he just hit the second wind on him and used the whip, so they're doing even more damage. So the flank is overwhelming. Still got a lot of troops. I've taken a lot of losses, but I've done a lot of damage as well in the process of taking the losses. So I really do want to get in here and do a Hellenic Cataphract charge. They're very tired, so I'm trying to get out of range of the precursor if they got any and try and rest them up. Right, and I think to myself, well, the game's almost over, so I might as well do the charge. Too late, they're already broken. You can see once they're tired, they are very, very slow. And that's game over. Good game to Blademaster and Heir of Carthage, and well played to Bobi. He done well there. And you can see for the stats, for me it was all about my slingers and my through spear. Slingers all got great kills, and even my Persian hoplites done a very good job. And the shield bearers tanked it out even with the elephant in their rear. And the thorax got 216 kills, which was great. And for Bobi, these raw peltasts were devastating, absolutely devastating. And if the battle went on longer, they could have got a lot more kills. His Median Cav done well. Skirmishers played their part really well in the battle, and so did his archers. And didn't even have to really engage these hoplites much in the battle. And for Patchy, Heir of Carthage, his Bactrian Royal Guard done well, done their job really well. And the pikemen got some kills, but you can see a couple of them derped out, didn't get many kills. But the thorax swords performed well. And for Blademaster, his elephant didn't get as many kills as he'd like, but still done a decent amount of damage. His Bactrian Royal Cav done very well. That was a good showing by them, and he done very well with his horse archers as well. And his Cav all done a reasonable job. The skirmish done their part well, except for these light archers, didn't do too much. Bactrian peltasts done well as well. So good game, and a very fun game to play. And thank you very much for Heir of Carthage for the game and the stream. You've done a very good stream. And thank you Blademaster for the game. And like I said, Bobi, well played, mate. You done very well there in reading the gameplay. We didn't even talk about it really. You just read the battlefield well and knew exactly what I was doing. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and leave a like if you like this battle. And if you want to subscribe to see more battles, please do. Every subscription is very important to me. So thank you very much. G'day everyone, Granitor here again with another Rome 2 replay. This time it's the Heir of Carthage stream. I was lucky enough to jump into hoplites with upgrades. My middle line is the 6 thorax swordsmen with the shield bearer for a good morale boost for them. Then I've got the eastern slingers, 3 of them, and Hellenic cataphract general. And for Bobi, has the Persian hoplites out the front for the meat shield, and then Persian light archers, got 2 of them, a couple of thorax sword, Bactrian Royal Guard, Bactrian peltast, and 2 noble horse, Bactrian noble horse. The centre line, the front, he's got the pikemen all along the front, and they've got the Persian light archers, and they've got 4 eastern slingers, and then another Persian light archer, a couple of thorax, and their generals are Bactrian. 4 of them, sorry. And out the back he's got the Royal Peltast, 4 of them. One of them is his gen. Got 2 Median Cav, and then he's got the Skirmish Cav, and the same on this side, 2 Median Skirmish Cav, and a Hillman there. And for Blademaster and Heir of Carthage, on their right flank they have the Bactrian Horse Archer, then a Scythian Horse Archer. Game with my partner in this battle, Bobi, 2WR Bobi, and we're against, like I said, Heir of Carthage and Blademaster. And we have the Seleucids, and they chose the Bactrians. We kind of set it up that way. So let's quickly go over the builds. A couple of Median Cav on my left flank, 3 off spear, 3 Persian